long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Feel, don't think.
Fear is my ally.
The Force will be with you.
We are encouraged to love. Be mindful of your thoughts.
I will not betray the Republic.
Hey, your worship, I'm only trying to help.
Scruffy-looking nerf herder!
I'm not afraid.
You must unlearn what you have learned.
So, the aftermath of admitting that their Slack server was hacked and information about projects, finances on those projects, budgets, etc., were compromised has been interesting. Disney's not giving everybody the whole story from sources that we talked to, including the intrepid Sparrow. There was more than that compromised. Disney board member Safra Katz, who is the CEO of Oracle, left last week. For what reason? She didn't really give a reason. She didn't. I mean, it was a convoluted reason. And if you're looking at the way the stock prices are going, because now Disney today is under $90, 89 point something or other. I just looked. So what's going on? What is it about this hack? The timing, everything. What is it about it that's causing all this? Rats either leaving a sinking ship or something more. And we've got a news story coming out that, and the timing of this is really bad. It's one of those things where you're asking yourself, why did they announce it now? Apparently, Ike Perlmutter, who was the head of Marvel and a great foe of Bob Iger, sold off all of his Disney stock for $1 billion. And they just decided to put it out there now. There's chaos going on at the Walt Disney Corporation. Even if Inside Out did so well, it looks like Deadpool and Wolverine are going to kick ass and take names too. Disney needs more than that. They are having trouble at the parks. When you start looking at Caroline Reed's articles for Forbes, it's almost like every production has either had an unequal pay issue, the Marvels, the Trashalite, or they've been way over budget, like way over budget. The story about Disenchanted, if you go and look up Caroline Reed Forbes, is staggering to me. So what's going on? I look at it this way. When you look at all of this and you're scratching your head and you're trying to come to terms, why are these budgets so overblown? Is it because the script is so bad they have to do reshoots? Is it just reshoots alone? What else is going on here? I'm sorry, but if you're a suspicious mind and you look at how The Acolyte was, LOL, financed, MSX cough, could it just be reshoots, poor writing, poor filming, chaos on the set, like you get at Lucasfilm for every movie, literally every movie Kathleen Kennedy made under her presidenthood there? Or is it money laundering like they did with The Acolyte? I mean, look, when you've got people like Star Wars Theory saying, I don't see $180 million on my TV screen, that says a lot, because the guy knows what he's talking about, okay? So I go, where'd the money come from? And why are these project's over budget. You know, these are questions that need to be asked, and let's talk more.
Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
If somebody blows their nose and you want to keep it?
I'd like to analyze it.
Egon, your mucus.
So what did you do to become the presidential nominee of your party?
Well, sometimes you just have to hawk Tua and spit on that thing, you know?
Now, if I was Bob Iger and I saw this 89-87 today, this morning, while I was drinking my coffee and eating my, bagel and cream cheese with lox, I'd be kind of pissed off. But this is a reflection of his leadership, okay? Nothing he's done assures me that he took any of the criticisms that Nelson Peltz had seriously. I look at it and I go, the only reason why you opposed Peltz is because he's a Trump fan and because you're terrified of Elon Musk getting anywhere near it. Why did Sanford Katz leave? What's going on here? Is the Mouse House about to fall apart? I don't think so, but there's something really bad coming on the horizon. You look at what they could have saved, how they could go about fixing what they broke. Okay, Chris Gore had a great conversation on another channel. I want to talk about it a little bit. He talked about how corporations are unable to create good stories for franchises and IPs they bought out because they don't bring the original storyteller with them. The problem, like with Star Wars, is that Iger shit-canned George's ideas for the sequel trilogy. Okay. You shouldn't do that, right? Shouldn't have done that. You bring George with you because people weren't trusting you with it anyway when you bought the IP, when you bought the company, okay? Because you're Disney, okay? You already have a bad reputation among certain fan groups and actually people that work in Hollywood, and you lived up to it, Bob. You lived up to it. You lived up to the bad reputation. Okay, so when I listen to what Chris had to say, and they took Star Wars and turned it into a corporate fiasco. And Chris says that's the problem. No, it's not the problem. The problem is the people that Iger allowed Kennedy to hire. The problem is Ryan Johnson, Lord and Miller, Gareth Edwards, Tony Gilroy, Leslie Harvey's former personal assistant, Hedlund. Okay. Having a story group, not understanding what you were buying. And the fact of the matter is, it's a very personal story in lots of ways for the fans. Okay. And it's not that we make it about ourselves. Okay. Because when you see fans doing that, I'm talking about the black pills. All right. I'm talking about the shills. I'm talking about the Leslie Hedlunds. They didn't make Star Wars. They made it about themselves. Ryan Johnson the same way. All right. And Iger, along with, at the time, Alan Horn, allowed this to happen. And the only way Star Wars works is if you have one person, one vision, and it's a team effort, and they expect excellence from everybody on that team. All right. Iger let Kennedy do whatever she wanted because she lucked out and made $2.03 billion on The Force Awakens, which actually, I'm going to be honest, Bob, it was a shitty movie. Okay, it really is a shitty movie. But they didn't care. You know, Disney turned itself into the shitty McDonald's in the hood. Okay, making cotton candy crap rather than stuff that really matters. And they've had to go back to the drawing board. My problem is, what are you so afraid of that you can't be transparent about what's going on at Lucasfilm? Look, let me be very honest. Kathleen Kennedy is the alleged president of Lucasfilm. Okay, she might have her name on the website. She might be, quote, president, quote, of Lucasfilm. But she's not running it, and everybody knows it. Look, there has to be some honesty among the fandom with this. And I'm talking about black pills and the shills. They all come from the same place. All right? And they all kind of want the same thing. Okay, because God forbid the black pills get a great Mando and Grogu movie, and it fixes everything that was broken. God help the black pills of Heir to the Empire turns into a monumental hit that makes almost $3 billion. What are they going to do? What are the shills going to do when they realize that their shit was such a failure that Disney's closing the door on it? And the bigger question is, why the hell is Bob Iger so worried about the truth coming out about what's going on at Lucasfilm that he will not let anybody talk about it? And I'm talking about Thwip on X, Matt Bellany at Puck, THR reporters that know. All right? This is why Disney stocks are so low right now. It's a combination of piss poor management at the parks, piss poor management at some of the studios. And I'll tell you something else. Kevin Feige, my friends, looked at what was going on at Marvel and said, we're going in a different direction. He got rid of Victoria Alonso and cut off the DEI shit at the knees. Okay. Kennedy, she doubled down on it. All right? But why, oh why is she allowed that title beyond Bob doesn't want to have to pay off a mega payment to her? Do we have to get a GoFundMe account and make up the slack? The fuck? This is why Disney's not doing well. The lack of transparency and the fact that Iger won't do the things he has to do to fix it. Negotiate with Gina, give her whatever she wants. Get her back. All right, first. Second of all, announce Kennedy is on terminal leave. She's retiring in October. Announce it. You want confidence in Star Wars? Do that. This is Steph signing out. I'll see you around the galaxy.